Trump is about to walk out on RNC. Oh my God. Yes! I'm proud to be an American!
You will not take this man down. He has the courage, the strength.
He looks sad. He looks sadder than usual.
He will be the next president of the United States.
Why does he look sad?
Yeah, I think he had a change of heart when he got shot, and now he hates being here.
I don't know if we're being parasocial right now, but he looks kind of baby girl. He looks kind of sad.
He's like, I don't want to be a Republican anymore.
You could tell he does not f with this. His vibes are different, dude. Yeah. His vibes are different. It's very different, dude, noticeably.
I'd be pretty fucking anxious. I'd be anxious coming out in public. Like, I don't know, it's a pretty crazy thing to happen, to have like a near-death experience.
He's actually a Maoist now.
Absolutely.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, he's pro-Russia, which is the most Maoist nation on the planet. So that makes sense. That tracks. He shook Kim Jong-un's hand.
True.
That was pretty Maoist third world-is. I'm just saying, dude.
To me, his facial expression, his body language showed a different kind of Donald Trump than we're used to seeing.
He's listening to Amber Rose right now. Let's listen in.
He said, shut the f up, Amber Rose speaking.
What does her forehead say?
I don't know.
Make America great again.
But I do want everyone to be reminded that Amber Rose Kanye West in the butt, according to her own admission, just so we understand like what's going on at the Republican National Convention right now. Amber Rose, by her own admission, put fingers in, or maybe even a dildo inside of Kanye West's ass.
On two.
That's hot.
Thank you.
There ain't nothing wrong with that from where I'm standing. I personally think it's insane that that person is currently speaking at the RNC addressing the mother Republican presidential candidate.
And we weren't allowed to go.
20 years in the U.S. military. Thank you for your service, Dad.
Like, what are you saying? This is a pro-sex work.
I love you, Dad. I love
person
you.
who's at like the pussy, wearing a pussy hat at the women's march.
Oh my God.
Maybe he did have an epiphany and he's changed his mind.
When I met the president and Melania for the first time, he was kind and generous and funny as hell.
That's his first real smile.
The First Lady was gracious and smart with a smile that will brighten up any room. If you're watching this tonight, you know our country is in trouble. Just like me. When you go to the store and buy food for your family, you're shocked. When you fill up your gas tank, you're pissed. I know I am.
No, you're...
When your chauffeur fills up the gas tank.
And when you turn on the news, you are just exhausted.
Is she gonna talk about immigrants?
Inflation is out of control.
It's gonna be like,
and you know in your heart,
migrants
it's not
coming
like
over the
this
border,
under Donald Trump.
taking black jobs, like pegging Kanye West. That should be me that's pegging Kanye West, not an undocumented Latino man.
My message to you tonight comes from a humble place. The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president.
Finger in the booty ass bitch. I'm gonna quote tweet this.
We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to put money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates. Yes. Or, as Trump would say, it's a vote to make America great again. Thank you so much.
He's so happy.
Net worth 12 million. This bitch is crazy.
Please welcome Latino American Linda Fornos.
So,
who's that?
Listening to the speakers.
Please welcome Latino American.
11 o'clock.
We got all of our minorities here. That's awesome. Listen, we had a black woman. We're going to have a Latino American now. We got them all. It's like Pokemon.
Moment tonight. This is what Donald Trump does best. He's the producer in chief. Him walking out, Lee Greenwood playing. And then first you're hearing from an everyday American talking, but then a social media influencer with 23 million followers who young people are looking at, and young voters are up for grabs.
No, absolutely no. You guys are so stupid, CNN. Zero young people are like, oh, what's Amber Rose up to? Get the out of here, dude. Yo, these people are so dumb. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, no young person is like, this is the first time Amber Rose has been relevant since like 2016 when she, openly admitted she stuck her finger in Kanye West's butthole and then did the slut walk thing. Okay. That's so stupid, bro. That's so dumb.
You can be heard in the hall, but you're in somebody's living room. She understood that.
By the way, but Vandro's being like, oh, Amber Rose is, a young woman of color. It's like, bro, that's not what Amber Rose is, there to do. Okay. You are just like leaning into the PR that the Republican Party is trying to do. She is a famous person with a net worth of $12 million who has dated like unimaginably famous and successful and wealthy people. Get the out of here, dude. You're talking about her like, she's like an accountant in a firm or something. Like, yeah, she's just a regular black woman speaking here.
If they have a good digital
operation. She is a clout-obsessed, failing social media influencer, desperately trying to maintain relevance.
As someone, I can't remember who, was saying earlier, anybody, even if you're not somebody who supports him, you can still see him in this moment and feel grateful that he was not killed on Saturday. So it's
like, why would anybody feel grateful seeing Donald Trump if they're not a fan of Donald Trump? Like, I want someone to explain this to me. Like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, it's just like why? Why should anybody feel that way? Yeah, the only thing I'm grateful for is that if he got killed, it would be bedlam, it would be chaos, it would be violence in the streets because of the rabid base of support that he has. The only thing I'm happy about is the fact that a more competent Republican would ride the wave of martyrdom for Donald Trump in the immediate aftermath and would probably be a more efficient legislator on top of everything else.
Brotherhood of Teamsters.
Anyway, here's Sean O'Brien. Goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle looking mother. Can't believe him doing this. This is so up.
First,
you know who he is, right?
Yeah, I want to thank the hardworking Teamsters and union members here in Milwaukee who play vital roles in the building and operations of this convention. I also want to thank President Donald Trump for opening the RNC's doors to the Teamsters Union and inviting me to speak before you tonight.
You do not care about labor.
This country and meet with my members every week. You know what I see? An American worker being taken for granted. Workers being sold out to big banks, big tech, corporates, and the elite. And I'm not the only one who sees this.
Donald Trump's vice presidential pick is specifically for big bank and big tech. Elon Musk said he's donating $75 million every month to Donald Trump's PAC, $45 million.
Working people have no chance of winning this fight. Today, the Teamsters are here to say we are not beholden to anyone or any party. We will create an agenda and work with a bipartisan coalition ready to accomplish something real for the American worker. And
what
I don't
are
care
you
about
saying, bro?
It's an honor to be the first Teamster in our 121-year history to address the Republican National Convention.
I wonder why.
I asked the RNC and the DNC for the opportunity to speak. To be frank, when President Trump invited me to speak at this convention, there was political unrest on the left and on the right. Hard to believe. Anti-union groups demanded the president rescind his invitation. The left called me a traitor.
Because you are. You're a idiot. That is an entire room full of people that would kill you if given the opportunity. You dumbass. Oh my God.
Think about this. The Teamsters are doing something correct. If the extremes in both parties think I shouldn't be on this stage.
You are literally a labor leader. You are
President
a labor
Trump
leader. When they mean extremes on both parties, they mean you. You dumbass, you stupid bald monkey. Oh my God.
In the past, the Teamsters have endorsed GOP candidates, including Nixon, Reagan, and George H.W. Bush. But over the last 40 years...
Bro just presenting his L's from the worst era.
Strong relationships with organized labor. There are some in the party who stand in active opposition to labor unions.
Just so you understand, this guy's entire shtick was supposed to be that, like, it's a different Teamsters now. It is not the old Teamsters. Alongside with the UAW, like, there was reform happening in both of these unions. I guess not.
Only when Americans band together in democratic unions that we win real improvements on wages, benefits, and working conditions.
Wait a minute.
Companies like Amazon are bigger than most national economies. Amazon is valued over $2 trillion. That makes it the 14th largest economy.
They stopped clapping when he started talking about workers' wages, dude. Read the room, you stupid bald
I think we can all agree D.C. is a pretty treacherous area. Most legislation is never meant to go anywhere, and it's all talk. And in America, talk isn't cheap. It's very expensive, and it comes at the cost of our own country.
Guys, Sean O'Brien is a MAGA communist. Sean O'Brien is a Jackson Hinkledink fan.
Workers, since the end of the pandemic, when was the last time you heard major news outlets regularly refer to workers as essential? You haven't. The men and women who provide goods and services, deliver packages, stock grocery shelves, care for patients, pick up your trash, and keep our communities safe are taken for granted.
Our brothers and sisters and our local teamsters that are watching this in horror.
Housing prices.
Yeah, I don't think the rank and file is going to appreciate this.
Salaries skyrocket.
Like the teamsters have a lot of right wingers in them, but like there's definitely a ton of leftists in the teamsters, of course. The democracy reform movement worked with Sean O'Brien to pass some really good reforms in the union, and it's continued to grow. I don't see him going anywhere, though. They've won a lot of good contracts. Yeah, he fights like hell, for sure.
We need legal protections that make it safer for workers to get a contract.
That's why Trump
must stop corporations.
He's going to push for the PRO Act. Trump is going to institute CAD check.
Today, corporate vultures
alongside JD. Dude.
Companies fire workers who try to join unions and hide behind toothless laws that are meant to protect working people but are manipulated to benefit corporations.
He's not endorsing them, dude. He's speaking at the RNC and not speaking at the DNC. Are you insane?
Such an assault.
He also refused to endorse Biden, which is fine. But like, if you go and speak at the RNC, you're functionally saying, you know, Trump might be my guy.
For the company, only the worker. Something is wrong in this country, and we need to say it out loud. I will always speak for America and the American worker, both union and non-union.
I thought he would have said like immigrant labor is like hurting unions or something.
Each and every one of you, and especially my friends on the Democratic side, cooperation.
Yeah, he's salting the RNC.
To achieve meaningful and productive change, to ensure we make this great nation, in this world, the bigger, faster, and strongest nation in the entire world.
This makes me so sad.
You'll find me back
because, like, I don't give a fuck about the Democratic Party, but I do care about him. I do care about one of the largest labor unions in North America.
Of a union contract
that makes this actually is very depressing.
To speak my mind and to fight like hell. God bless the greatest nation. Thank you very much.
When the brown sheds blow my brains across my dashboard, I will be smiling. When the anti-labor Gestapo come knocking down my doors and start killing rank and file Teamsters for demanding more from their companies, I will know I did the right thing. Endorsing Josh Hawley, the wonderful senator from Missouri, who said right to work override fails in Missouri House. Time for an end to union-backed candidates in the GOP. Hashtag change is coming. Hashtag right to work. I never expected to hear this line at the RNC. The biggest recipients of welfare in this country are corporations, and this is real corruption. Applause from TV seemed tepid. Yeah, I mean, it's just like not even a thing, dude. It's not even a thing. Like Donald Trump stacked the NLRB with anti-union appointees who side with employers in contract disputes and support companies who delay and stall union elections, misclassify workers to take away their freedom to join a union, silence workers. The Republican Party historically, including the candidates that he said the Teamsters endorsed proudly, from Nixon, Reagan, and George H.W. Bush. Are you insane? Like Ronald Reagan, America's famous union destroyer. That is actually wild. Do you think Sean O'Brien's been paid off? I don't know. I want to maintain my posture that like Sean O'Brien is actually secretly doing something five-head. Great speech, guys. Great speech. Okay. Yeah, Sean O'Brien is going to dramatically alter the course of history and get the Republican Party that is openly on the side of corporations to retriangulate. Yeah. JD Vance, who Sean O'Brien says he likes, is literally the Silicon Valley tech guy. He's bringing VC money. Teamsters are trying to start a bidding war between two parties that want him gone. I don't even think that's fair. I think that like Democrats, at least on this issue, like Democrats are cowardly. They're, you know, they're not exactly super big fans of labor. They have done more objectively for labor than the Republicans have. I don't know. I don't think that's controversial to say. Even judging this by the metrics that Sean O'Brien used to say that like Josh Hawley, for example, is a supporter of labor unions. Like Democrats do that on a weekly basis. Aesthetically posturing, going to picket lines. Like those are things that Democrats do so much that like it seems like Sean O'Brien is taking it for granted. I don't understand it. The only reason why I originally, when he met with Trump like a while ago, when I said this is weird, why the f is he doing this? I thought maybe he's doing it because he thinks Joe Biden is going to lose and he wants to make sure that he's like in good, I don't know, has a good relationship with Donald Trump. But like Donald Trump is never going to be pro-labor. Like he's never, like there is no 5D chess here because Donald Trump is an immovable object on this issue.